Okay. I don't know, really, like, it's hard to like look right at the thing. But hey guys, so I decided to develop Roblox games because I thought that was a good use of my time, and so far it is. A little bit about me, I have like, I don't know, 10 years on and off of like different programming experience, and we were developing this video platform. It's mainly Mike and I. He's like a third year comp sci student, really driven, type A personality type guy. We got like three other people on the team. And, we were working on that. And then we got wind that like Roblox developers are actually making a lot of money. And we like kind of looked into it. And this is my analysis of the situation is both of like developing a web app or video platform or developing a game for Roblox, both like accessible, like things we can do. But Roblox has 70 million monthly players, and each of those monthly players gets on their shit and like looks for new games all the time. And it's also like highly monetized already, and the monetization system like is there. The video game industry actually produces more revenue than the music and the movie industries combined. So my thought was like, okay, let's check out this Roblox developer gig, and it turns out Roblox developers make like, I don't know, 60K a year or whatever, which is like in US dollars, with me living in Brazil and my buddy Mike kind of planning on going to Mexico, quite a pretty penny. So we started developing Roblox games. We just like kind of started figuring it out, and this is the Roblox Creator Studio. All of this scripting's in Lua. Lua's a cute little language. It's like a very simple language. It's a lot like Python. There's a couple key differences. Like the keywords are different. They kind of got away with the idea of like arrays and objects being like different data structures, or I guess they call them dictionaries in Python. And everything is just a table. It's either like a one-dimensional table, a two-dimensional table. It can be like a many-dimensional table, and it's just all curly braces. And it's like pretty much like the same stuff. Arrays or tables, when they're numbered, they start at 1 instead of 0, which is insane. What are you thinking? Stop that, Lua. Whoever's in charge of Lua, stop that. No, it's like I guess that's a fine thing to do if every other programming language or any other it's the only programming language I can think of that starts numbered like arrays or tables at 1 instead of 0. Other than that, there's just like the keywords for like if and for loops. Async is done with p calls, and then like all of like the server and like client interactions are kind of like built into the Roblox model already, and so you kind of just like plug into like what's there. I kind of imagine it's pretty similar to like designing a serverless application like with AWS or whatever. And I like the model building. That's one thing I didn't think I was gonna like latch onto, but like I ended up doing a lot of model building. Like I built this whole like lobby area castle, and then I just designed like this other castle for like the game area. And it's a blast. I really like fucking building stuff with 3D models. That is way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. And it's like I watched maybe like 15 minutes of videos on how to use it, and everything was like very intuitive. There's lots of like assets that are like readily available, and you can like tear those assets apart, like delete them and like repurpose them and stuff. And the way that like script handling with like chains of like parent and children stuff is like very similar to like a JavaScript on like an HTML document in terms of like parent-child inheritance chains and stuff. And then I don't know, it's pretty cool. The development stuff. I'm enjoying doing it. I think the real challenge is going to be once we launch our game, like actually getting a decent amount of monthly players. So the concept is like it's Castle Smash. It's basically like two castles across from each other. They sending units at each other, fighting each other. They fight in the middle, and then they go smash the other castle, right? So it's like a strategy game, like you're trying to get like the units that are like better than your opponent's units and whatever. And then there's like a big, upgrade RPG grind thing to it. So you like whenever you win or whenever you kill your opponent's units, you get XP and gold, and you can buy like upgrades for your units and different skins for your units. Then we have a battle pass system, so every time you level up, you get like new skins. Like, oh, I got like a pitchfork for my peasant, or I got like a elven bow for my archer, and like it increases the stats and stuff. So I built this whole like stats GUI system, and we are pretty close to being done. We've put around 200 hours into it in the past like about a month, and I'd say it's like probably like a week to 2 weeks out from like playable alpha testing. And we really, I don't know, we kind of like really want to launch it on December 1st, and we may actually pull that off. I'm probably able to get like my part of the game, because we did like a division of power thing where I'm in charge of like the lobby area and a lot of like the back end interaction stuff, and he's in charge of like the main like gameplay area. So there's kind of a division of powers there. So we'll see if both of those things get done on time. But pretty soon I'll be able to post it and show everyone what's going on. It's a lot of fun doing this stuff. It's a big exercise in like managing other people, because like Mike and I are super motivated, but we have like other people on the team that like have like a different like perspective on like motivation and like personal responsibility. And like this question, like how do you motivate people, how do you make people feel like responsible for their area? And I mean, at the end of the day, the reality is like 9 out of 10 people you bring into a project are just going to do like the bare minimum, unless like their livelihood rides on it, which is why Mike and I are doing this. It's like, hey, like we are looking at the software market. We're both programmers. We're like, bro, it's fucking aggressive towards junior and mid-level software developers. Like, we absolutely need to start our own company, do our own thing, and this was our best bet on that. So managing other people and like this idea of like just radical responsibility and owning a process, like neither of us like know Lua. Like, I guess I know Lua because I just wrote, 20,000 lines of code in Lua. I guess I do. But, like, I never sat down and learned Lua. I barely sat down and learned how to do all this modeling stuff. Mike, he spent 9 hours yesterday animating a horse running. And he didn't know animations. He's like, man, our animation guys aren't doing our work. Their texture guys aren't doing it. I'm like, Mike, you need to just do everything. You need to just take responsibility for it, own it, sit down, learn to animate. Like, how hard can it be? It, like, turns out, yeah, it's kind of hard. But, like, fucking just go do it, man. Because no one else has the work ethic like you. So that's the mentality business owners, programmers, people that get shit done need to have, is I will do every single part of this process from bottom to top. I will do the graphic design. I will do the animation. I will do the marketing. I will do the programming. I'll do the modeling. I'll do the skins, the textures. And, luckily we live in the modern realm where every single thing, like guides on how to do it, are all on Google and YouTube. And like you can ask like ChatGPT how to do like 3/4 of this shit, and they'll tell you the truth another 3/4 of the time, right? And then, and then on top of that, you just look at the docs. But it's a lot of that. It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of hours, man. Let's look at the hours document. I mean, like I said, we've put in about 200 hours in just under a month, and it's a blast. Learning a lot about project management. Learning a lot about Roblox. I do like working with Roblox, and I could see myself as like kind of a long-term game developer. Problem is like just like monetizing it, making money with it, and it's just a dummy huge amount of work. Like it's insane like how much work these projects end up actually being. Anyway, I'm gonna eat. Videos at 10 minutes. Steak and rice, baby, and beans, cause we be strong in this shit, dog. We be healthy. We be strong. We be putting people in rear naked chokes and taking taking first place at tournaments because gang shit.